Hi, I'm Brianna Altman, and today I want to show you what it looks like to really start a budget. And one of the most straightforward tools for starting a budget is an Excel template called Personal Monthly Budget. So if you have Excel, you can go to templates, you can search this, pull up Personal Monthly Budget, and it's already pre-populated with several fields. And what I really like about this is that it has projected cost fields and projected income fields, and it also has the actual income or actual cost fields, and it shows you the difference. So instead of trying to have two different documents, instead of having a kind of what I think I'm going to spend, you're projected, and here's what I actually spent. Instead of having those two different places, this just pulls it together for you right here. And the best place to start in creating a budget is with the projected fields. So if you can see here on my screen, the projected monthly income, income one, extra income, and you can personalize these fields. Everything is clickable, and the value fields, you can go in and put equations in there. So you can make this your regular income from jobs. Extra income could be anything that comes in on the side, even Christmas present money or something like that. So you've got your projected here, and then you can come down and fill in all the projected costs as well for all of these different categories. And we'll go through the different categories and look at what they are here in a minute. But I think that's really step number one. Uh, you have to start pulling together uh, based on what maybe your last 2, 3, 4 months of income and expenses are. Get those projected numbers down. Uh, and then you can use this. You could even pull up a new uh, Excel spreadsheet each month. So you could do this for each month, especially if your income or expenses change from month to month. You could have a spreadsheet for January and a spreadsheet for February and just on down the list. So this doesn't have to be a one and done. You can keep updating it each month to reflect those differing income and expense numbers. So once you get the projected numbers in there, you can start using it, and then each month you'll start going through the actual monthly income, actual costs, and you'll just put those numbers in as you get paid from your job. Go ahead and put it in this field, income one. Type it in there. If you get paid, every other week, you can come in here and you can change this equation field to equals $2,000, and then if you get paid 2 weeks later, type it in again, and there you have your 4,000. And then you'll come down and you'll do your actual cost. So when you pay your rent or pay your mortgage, you just enter it in there, and you'll see, your mortgage or your rent is usually constant month to month. Other items are going to change: phone, electricity, gas. These are variables. So you'll have a projected cost, and then you'll have an actual cost. And the thing I like about this Excel budget is that it takes that into account, and you'll see it's lists difference for each category, and then it gives you a subtotal of the differences for this entire housing category. So let's take a look real quick at the categories. The first is housing, and you do want to capture as many detailed categories as you can, because that's going to just help you keep track of where your money is going. So we've got mortgage or rent, phone, electricity, gas, water and sewer, cable, waste remover, maintenance and repairs, supplies, and other. And feel free to add, subtract, change those as fits your situation. And then you've got transportation, And this is always a big one. You've got your vehicle payment. So if you're leasing a vehicle or you are making payments on an auto loan, that's going to come in right here. And if you take a bus or a taxi, Uber, something like that, it's going to go in here. Vehicle insurance, licensing, like your tags and registration, fuel, maintenance, and you won't have maintenance every month, but it's good to think about how much you may have in maintenance throughout the year. So if maybe you think you'll have $1,000 in repairs for the year, break that up monthly as a projected cost if you want to, and that can help you budget for it. You can also, like I said earlier, if you do a different spreadsheet each month, you can say, usually I do a big auto check in August. So in August, I'm going to take the car to the mechanic. I'm going to have them do everything. I'm going to budget $1,000 for that in August. So your projected cost will be $0 for every month, except in August you'll have $1,000 there. So you can do it either way, where you average the cost out over the year, or where you do it detailed month by month. And you've got your other if you have anything else. You've got food, groceries, and dining out. Anything else there? And again, I really like in the Excel spreadsheet, you can use this equation feature. So for groceries, if you get groceries once a week, you can do your equals and say you spent 125 one week, 130 the next week. You had a big one, spent $200, the next week, $83. And you don't have to do it all at once either. You can do it each week. You can come back and add to that equation and get that in there. We'll get that out of there. If you have pets, list their stuff there. Personal care. So you've got medical, hair, nails, clothing. But again, feel free to personalize that according to what you have going on. Let's see. We'll come back up. Entertainment, so anything you have there. Loans, if you have personal loans, student loans, credit card loans. We'll talk about credit card stuff later on in a couple weeks here. Taxes, this is always a big one. If you don't even know, look at what you have withheld from your paycheck when you get paid, or you can look at your prior year tax return and see what you have there. But get something in there, because that's a real expense that a lot of people overlook until it's time to actually file their taxes. But if you are getting paid from an employer, you do have taxes coming out out of every paycheck. So that is part of the budget. Gifts and donations, legal. And then down here it lists your total projected costs, total actual costs, and total difference. And it'll keep a running total, and these will recalculate. They're tied to these different Excel boxes, these cells. So that'll bring your totals up automatically as you fill the information in. And then back up at the top, it has your projected balance. Move this over here. Projected balance, actual balance, and the difference. So this is going to really let you see where your money is going and just how much you have left over or how much you're falling short each month. And a lot of times it's easy to get caught up in the big things like your housing, but do not overlook the savings or investments section. You definitely want to have that budgeted in and make that a priority in your budget, especially to start out with your emergency fund, but these other things too. That shouldn't be the money that's left over at the end of the month. This needs to be part of the plan uh, because if you don't have an emergency fund, um, your budget, your whole financial situation uh, it can go downhill in a hurry if if your actual monthly income falls for some reason, or if you have, a huge medical expense down here. That emergency fund is so important. And then the retirement account too. Really, really make an effort to put some money away there. And the other thing I like about this, since it is customizable, uh, you account for um, all the necessities, your mortgage, electricity, auto, fuel, stuff like that. But there is space in the budget right in front of you for things, personal care things, and then up here for entertainment. Budget those in. Um, Budget in the fun. And if there are expenses that maybe your spouse has that you wish your spouse didn't have, budget those in too, because they're still part of your financial situation. So budget in the necessities, budget in the things that you even wish you could get rid of, and definitely budget in the savings, uh, and then budget in the fun. Find, even if it starts at maybe $5 a month, try to find that little bit of margin, uh, because you'll start to see where the budget is working, and that's when you can start budgeting in the things that matter to you. And maybe that's saving for retirement, maybe that's going to a movie, whatever it is. When you can start budgeting for the things you want, the things that matter to you, that's when you'll really start to see the greater impact, where this is more than just it's more than just a necessity. A budget is not supposed to be a stress or a strain. A budget is not supposed to make you feel bad about your financial situation. It's a tool to help you start taking control of your situation and making your money work for you, uh, and accomplish the things that you want to accomplish.